It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47 -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
DC ready? Yo.
Jackson first play gonna throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Hey, report.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. He will have the conversion and more than that. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the Sticks. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as...
And he'll get in! Touchdown, Baltimore! J.K. Dobbins punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line, because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Lance to throw it. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. Inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Danny Gray, 71 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Jake Moody now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And Lance now to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Jackson now. A short throw caught by Andrews. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
7-7, our score after 1. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Here's Jackson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. The end result, 21 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. Spot 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Gus Edwards, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Now Lance. That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
And I like where this offense is going. I like what they're thinking, because they want to spread the wealth and move the ball around. And they decide to get the fullback involved in these pass patterns as well. Normally, 2-yard hitch or a little flare out of the backfield. But this time, they sent him downfield. He's able to make a big play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7.
Here we go. Shawn, 17. Ready?
Throwing on first down is Lance. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off of play action, here's Lance. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Lance rolling to his right. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Here's Lance. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Lance trying to urge his offense to go quickly. Play action. Now it's Lance. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, Lance. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they will have a first down as they are definitely in field goal range now, down at the 20-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. On play action, Lance. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Lance looking to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Able to find Gray here. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on fourth and long. Throwing now is Lance. He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw, it's Lance. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down. They do go for it. Lance. And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And he is going to have the Niners first down, and they come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving and then some.
Ready.
And Lance going to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Lance. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. On third down, Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners will take over possession here up at the 44. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And now off to the races down the right side. And he gets it down to the 32. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hurry, ready?
And Lance now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking for the crossing receiver, and he's got him. It's Samuel. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Here's Lance to throw it. Rolling to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Off play action. Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I tell you, he's been running for his life all game long. They've sacked him time after time. And here he's again forced to beat the retreat. And he's got to throw this ball away.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And his kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. There he goes left side. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10, and all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 64 yards. And the Ravens use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. So he's in for his 3rd score of the game, and defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there.
A only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. Just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage.
And he gets this up just shy of the 15. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. Finding space at the 40.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Okay, ready? Go, stand. 43 right. Field, flat. Cut.
Looking to throw. Lance. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The offense on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 7.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Lance now on 1st down.
Flushed out right.
And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Rolling to his right.
And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Now Lance.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. Touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk from 8 yards out.
And the Niners go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone.
All right, now what can the Niners do as they face a big 2-point conversion here?
Lance looking to throw.
And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful, and we've got ourselves a tie football game.
Now this one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the 4th as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
This is 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Dobbins with it.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets it up past the 35. Still plenty of time and the 2 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10 now. Jackson.
He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham.
2 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's a 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the line of scrimmage. Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Lance back to throw.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Here's Lance.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense, say, okay, we'll come after you and stay. And that's exactly what they did.
Here we go. This is 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance
Eluding the pressure right. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
on a completed pass. Got to get down quickly and call a timeout.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going, because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it. Now he's free at the 35. And he will be out of bounds. So, partner, that means we got some free football. We're headed to overtime.
And look at this. They're going to try an onside kick to begin overtime. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime.
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way.
Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Let's go. Drill 52. Check 2. Straight.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
We'll see what Lance can do at OT. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. David Ojabo running in to take him down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. Here comes the 49ers punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. This being their 2nd opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive. See if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. And quickly they get to the line. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now it's Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT.
Now he's free at the 35.
And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
So it's a win for the Niners here, and it was Trey Lance, CD, who really led the way.
Yeah, I thought this defense just didn't have an answer for him all game long. They tried to change things up, but he was always one step ahead. And he finished with over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdown passes as well.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Baltimore, so long, everybody.